So hopefully you had a chance to read the programming assignment, and if you didn't, it's up here. It's up here. Then what you're going to do is you're going to create an array, and inside that array, you don't know how many words there are going to be, so you're going to have a method called setSize. It's going to ask how many words you're going to put into this array. After you create the array, then you're going to fill the array up with words. So you're going to ask the user to type in a bunch of words. After you do that, in method 3, this is where the logic gets hard. I want you to reverse the word. So whatever word it is in there, cat, you would reverse it TAC, and it would take its spot in the array. Then the fourth method is putting it all together in one long string. So let me type here. I'm going to move along quickly, so if you need to, you could easily just slow the video down and take your time going along. So there's going to be two global variables. The first one, and because we're going to have no object calling this, we say static string, and this is the array itself. It's going to be a string array. It's going to put in some random words, and that's the name of it, random words. Makes it easy to remember. We don't know the size of it, so there's no right side of this. We don't have the equal new string and how big it is. And then the other global variable we're going to have, static scanner KB equals new scanner system in. So this will allow us to use the keyboard. After that, let's create the main method. Public static void main string args. So inside of here, we're going to have some basic calls to the methods. So we're going to end up calling the methods. And the first method we're going to create is called setSize. And this is going to tell you how big the array is. And let's build that method. It makes a lot more sense. So right there, inside the main method, it goes right to line 18. 18 says go to the method setSize. And that method looks like this. Public static void setSize. Because I'm not sending any variable back, I'm not going to send back a number. I'm not going to say return here at all. Because there's going to be no line that says return, I use the word void. So it's a void method. So here I'll just ask the user, println, how many words will you be entering? And I'll save that as an integer, so it's like int amt amount kb.next int. So it'll save whatever the user types in, and then I will finish making the array. So random words equals new string bracket now amt. So this allows you to tell the computer the program you're going to make an array in line 13. You say there's an array, it's going to have a bunch of strings in it. And now at line 25, that's when you declare how big it's going to be. And now let me just look at this for a second, figure out what my mistake is. Oh, I misspelled random. Didn't see that there. Okay, so now the array will be set to a size. I'm going to close that method now. So that method's closed. Now, after I build the array, I want to fill it up. So I want to make another call to another method. So this will have one job, and this whole job of this method is to fill the array. It's not going to send anything back. It's just going to put the words in there. So public static void fill array. Now you fill the array up. What I need to do is I need to loop through the array and then put a word in there. So I need a for loop. For int I equals 0. And now because it's going to change every time I run this program, I'll say I less than random words dot length. However big you just said you were going to, how many words you were going to fill in and how big the array is, that's how many times we want to loop through. So we want to ask the user system.out print ln what is the word you would like to enter. So we ask that, we save it as a string. So we say string word equals kb.next. Then just to make it a little nicer, I'm going to switch it to uppercase. So I'm going to switch the word, no matter what they type, to uppercase. I like either switching it to lowercase or uppercase. I don't like having different capitalization and lowercase in the words. Just looks disorganized to me. Then what you do is you say, okay, now go to the array to spot I. Remember, arrays go from 0. They start at 0. So since this for loop started 0, the first word they put in here will be at I equals 0. So that's spot 0. Put the word there. And then it will keep looping through there to spot 1, spot 2, to as big as you made the array. Now, remember, line 19, you said fill array. So it goes to this method right there. It's a void method, so the last line is not returned. So I'm going to close that. So now after that, we've created 2 methods. We're going to create the third method, which is reverse word. Now this is where the logic is really going to start.